My assistant managers knew it.
We'll cut him some slack.
Okay, so just click in and there you go.
All right, Anna, so you can go ahead and start.
Okay, so I'm gonna be making a grid, and I'm feeling from the crystals that it'll be more of like a spiritual elemental connection grid. So I'm gonna make that, and while I'm going through making the grid, and after I'm done, my mom will be going through a meditation for you guys, and well, me and her as well. And yeah, so yeah, the crystals that are here are rose quartz, amethyst, clear quartz, angelite, smoky quartz, flourite, amethyst, more amethyst, Amethyst Crystal Skull, which is a very cool and awesome and cool stone. Kyanite, Garnet. I remember Garnet because if I get mad, then I can go to that stone and say, Garnet. And this crystal and this crystal are
Apophyllite.
apophyllite. Like that. A Himalayan Quartz crystal. And by the way, these 4 stones are best friends, apparently. Or at least they are today. And got some selenite. Some more selenite. Some more selenite. Some quartz. And this stone is
Lemurian.
Lemurian. I don't know all the names of the stones. That's why I look at her and then say, this is, and stare at her. Because I go by the feeling of the stones more than the names. And usually the feeling is more important. I mean, I have learned like a lot of the names of some of the crystals. So I got that at least. I got Smoky Quartz, which is another best friend of these 3. My Copper Chopper wand, which will help activate, deactivate the grid. My elemental stones of Carnelian. Nearly said California. And the Shun Giant necklace will be an example of what's used with the crystal bowl, which is this. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to be putting crystals around, and it's going to kind of create like a layout, and it'll be many different stones, and it'll hopefully be what I think it is, but I don't know yet. Usually whenever I make a grid, the energy of what the grid will be just kind of comes to me while I'm building. So I don't completely know what the grid will be yet, but when it's done, I'll know what it is.
Do you want me to hand you anything from over there?
Yeah, you can go over there and then I'll say.
I'm just kind of like Anna.
And if you guys didn't know already by the beginning, my assistant manager is working on the computer, and my manager is handing me crystals. All is right in the world. Can you pass me the Selenite wood? And then the Selenite one that is like a poly. I'm just setting these ones down on their side because I'm going to be moving the blanket around and they might fall down on other crystals. So when it's time, I'll put them up. So just picture these up right now.
This one? I saw you looking at that, or did you want that one?
That one, that one.
Adam, just real quick, do you want to say hi to the viewers online?
What's up? I'll go over the shapes too. These are all sacred symmetry for the elements. So the cube is like earth. And then the pyramid is, I think, yeah, fire. Which, this is a etrigon or something like that. This is for water, and it has like, it's cut, like there's a bunch of triangles on it. Can you pass them to them? Sure. Those are hard to see. This is air. It's like a wide pyramid on each side.
One of your online viewers is asking if there's a particular reason why you're not using kyanite in this grid.
Actually, I am. And there's kyanite right here. And
Is that one kyanite?
that one is angelite.
Oh.
And then the last one right here is a major element, which is universe, which kind of binds everything together. Yeah, and I'll kind of get a close-up on these for the viewers. Okay, so this one is the water one that I'm showing. Do you have a clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And it kind of has triangles all around it. Then here is the air one. Here. The air one kind of is like a wide pyramid on each side. Fire is a plain pyramid. Earth is a cube. And then the universe is this one. So, yeah. Show and tell. There are major elements, and then the minor elements, and then like every element that descends from the minor elements. So like the major element is kind of like the key to everything, which is like universe. So like without universe, there wouldn't be earth, air, fire, and water. Without universe, there wouldn't be really anything. Now, each particular minor element has to kind of connect, and without one element, the others wouldn't be able to exist easily. So, like, fire can't exist without air, which is oxygen. Water can't work without earth to be on. And combined, like, water and earth, kind of like plants, and they all kind of merge together, and they all are needed for each other to create all of the elements and everything. So, like, there are so many other elements that are below the minor elements. I can't really explain them all. Like skin, light, plant, life, all these different elements are formed from the minor elements and from the major elements. So,
You have a question regarding elements. Do the major elements and minor elements have different personalities?
they're kind of like the same, because the universe element kind of, okay, so imagine a parent, okay? If they have a kid, the kid would look a little bit like their parent. So, and being around their parent a lot can give them kind of like a similar personality, but not the exact same. So like, all the earth, air, fire, and water are not universes themselves. And the universe, without the universe, the minor elements, earth, air, fire, and water do not exist.
You guys are allowed to ask questions.
I'm amazed.
And I want my Harry Potter money go on.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when I'm watching you lay all this out, when you're laying it out by what you're feeling and what the crystal talking to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So like if I place one stone down, like the crystal skull is going to be the keystone. The keystone is like the heart of the grid, and it kind of, all the energy is kind of being controlled by the keystone. So like the keystone isn't like completely a heart, because the grid could still work without it, but the keystone still needs to be there, because if you don't have like a brain, you can't tell your body to do anything. And the grid just kind of like energy of each stone, and the energies aren't like completely combining with each other and kind of aren't connecting with each other and going throughout it. I always like to think of the grid as like an ocean or a person, because like a person without veins, nervous system, all these other things, I don't know about because I'm not in that kind of class. And without all those, you need like your brain and your heart. With like, I mean, other parts of the body are really helpful, and if you don't have them, you won't. Okay, but the brain of the heart is the keystone. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of activate the grid, and then I will ask if you guys want to. You can give me stones, necklaces, jewelry, metals, or anything like that, and I'll put it in here. And I'm kind of just using plain things by yourself, so plain crystal bowl by itself, it's not connected to the grid just yet. And I'm gonna do this, and it will clear your stone or jewelry, and it'll give it the energy of kind of like the grid. Are there any questions on there?
Not any other ones. They liked the close up when you did the close up of the stones. They thought that was cool.
We can take the camera after he's done and run through it. So, okay, so do you want jewelry now? Or after you activate it? Okay.
No. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys all party fashion stuff, and this is gonna kind of connect to the grid, so you're gonna be kind of like feeling it. So it's gonna be really cool, and I'll let you guys choose which ones you guys like. And you can put it on like your left hand or your right hand, your dominant one, your non-dominant one, whichever one you guys like. And those are kind of gonna connect to the grid as soon as I'm activating it. And yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Can we turn off the lights?
Sure.
You want to know if they can give you a virtual rock to put in the grid?
Okay. Which one?
Huh?
What kind of stone?
Ask them again, what kind of virtual rock would you like to put in?
What kind of virtual rock would you like to put in? Because I can kind of like, if you ask for like clear quartz stone and that's the one that you want to put in, I could put like a clear quartz stone like in my hand and like put it like around the grid somewhere, and then kind of like transfer the energy into that one. Or not like completely trade places, but like kind of just kind of give it some of the energy.
Also, they're asking if they can fill this grid at home, or will they be able to fill this grid at home?
Yes, you can feel it if you do the meditation and kind of connect to the grid, and like, I'll connect you guys to the grid if you guys want to be connected, just with your intention.
Stop looking at the TV.
So
So the virtual rock that they wanted to put in was quartz. And then you had another question, do different stones need to be activated in different ways, or can they all be activated the same way?
for grid, they can be activated both ways, which whichever I feel for the grid itself. So this is a clear quartz that I'm going to be using for the ritual stone for you. And I'll put it right near Earth. So, yeah, can turn off these.
Then they won't be able to see.
Oh, that's all right. So we're going to do a meditation, and would you guys like to get blankets or pillows or anything like that to kind of just be more comfortable? You guys can lay down, you guys can sit down. I'm personally going to be laying down, so.
Do you have any recommendations for the viewers to connect to the grid?
You guys could sit down, lay down on the ground, kind of connecting to the earth, or if you're like watching this, like maybe in a building or like an apartment or something like that, you could be laying down or sitting down, anywhere you guys like, and just kind of like relaxing, and just, I'll connect you guys to the grid. Just set your intention, okay? So, once everyone is ready, are you guys ready? Okay. So, my mom is going to be leading you guys through a meditation, and I will be activating and connecting you guys to it.
So you're gonna connect first, right?
We're going to do it.
Oh, okay. Can I put some music on so I can?
I'll connect if you want me on pair.
I just want it really low, so. So just everybody start to take some deep breaths. Begin to release any stress, any negativity that you may have pulled in during the day. And imagine now as you take your next deep breath in, a beautiful white light coming in through the top of your crown chakra, the top of your head, and allowing that beautiful white light that is you, your connection to your soul. Allow that to come down, in, around, over, and through you. Imagine that beautiful white light blanketing over your entire body, filling you up from top to bottom with beautiful white light. Setting your intention now, release any lower energies that you may be holding on to. Any negativity that you may have pulled in, anyone else's stuff that you may have pulled on to. Allow it to release and flow through this beautiful white light that is you. Transmuting out, releasing that which no longer serves you. Take another deep breath in, allowing yourself to be in this space of beautiful, pure white light. Take another deep breath in and concentrate your breath on your heart center, that beautiful space in the center of your chest. Imagine a golden beam of light radiating from your chest, your heart center, and going into the center of the grid. Connect with that energy now. Allow yourself to receive the healing energy of the grid. Feel as it begins to fill you up in your heart center. Remember the crystals that were in this grid. And if it feels right to you, concentrate on one that calls out. Remember the selenite, the clear quartz, the rose quartz, the apocryphite, the amethyst, the garnet, the Himalayan crystal, the carnelian elements, the Lemurian. Whichever one calls forward to you, connect with that energy now. Allow that beautiful light to transfer through to your heart. Receive that healing. Allow in that beautiful vibration. And if you are laying down, or even if you're sitting in a chair, if you're watching this from far away, I want you to concentrate on the ley lines of the earth underneath you. Feel as the grid has connected to the earth itself. You may feel this energy be transferred as a pulsation, as a tingling, as a heat. However it comes through, just allow your body to assimilate to this energy. Feel and receive this light. Know that the intention for this energy is for your highest, greatest good and for the highest, greatest good of the earth itself. For in each of these stones resides an imprint of energy, of love, of healing, and light. And all of these energies merge together for the greatest good of all. Allow these energies to encompass you, just like that beautiful white light that you brought in at the beginning of the meditation. Feel the energy of the grid permeate every cell and atom of your being. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to feel. Scan through your physical self right now and notice if you are holding on to any tension, any stress, if there are any areas of weakness, imbalance, or dis-ease that come through to you. And ask for the grid to intercede. Ask for the grid to send its energies to these places where you may be holding on to tension or stress, illness or disease, imbalance or negativity. Imagine the energy of the grid washing over these places within you, permeating through your tissue, your muscular structure, your bones, your lymphatic system, and into your very organs themselves. Allow this light to pass through you. With every breath that you take, you form a deeper and deeper connection. Now I ask that you remember that crystal skull, the keystone of the grid. In ancient times, crystal skulls were used to connect with the higher realms. If it feels right to you, allow your energy to connect with the Amethyst Skull now. See if there are any messages that she has for you. Know that she is of the light. Know that she is filled with love and grace. Imagine opening up your third eye, that place in the center of your forehead, where you pull in your psychic awareness. Imagine connecting with her now, your third eye to hers. What do you sense? What do you feel? What does she show you? What does she have to tell you? Allow whatever messages are there for you to come through, connecting easily and gracefully simply and powerfully. Knowing that all is well. Trusting in the information that comes through. In your mind's eye, allow yourself to interpret the energy of the grid. How does it feel? How do you perceive the energy coming through? How does the keystone, the crystal skull, connect to the other stones within the grid? What symbols come through for you? What colors or vibrations, words or phrases do you receive? Take another deep breath in and bring that breath into your belly, sinking into a deeper level of awareness, being in the vibration, in this energy. And allow it to move through you. Once again, connecting with those ley lines of the earth underneath you. The feeling of the vibration of the grid running through you. Allowing those energies to merge. Allowing them to blend with your own. Knowing that we are all one. And just sit for a few moments of silence, connecting with the energy of the grid. Take another deep breath in, pulling that in from the top of your head. And exhaling out through the bottom of your feet. Pulling in that earth's energy now from the bottom of your feet, taking a breath. Exhaling back out through the feet again. Grounding into Mother Earth herself. Feeling her love, her warmth, her compassion, power, and strength. Knowing that living upon her is a balance of giving and receiving. Send Mother Earth light and love now for her positive well-being. And receive her grounding, her goodness, and her strength in return. Allow your breath to return to normal and begin to bring yourself back into the room, moving your hands and feet around, rolling your neck back and forth, opening your eyes when you are ready, feeling relaxed, feeling at peace, and feeling wonderful. So how was that? Did everybody make a connection?
Somebody online wants to know, when you were talking about the third eye connecting, there was a flash of gray pixelation on the screen. Wants to know if that's the energy of the grid or is computer just glitching out?
That's the energy of the grid.
Before she said the third eye, for people who do not know, is one of the 8 major chakras. The 7 major chakras. There is crown, third eye, throat, sacral, heart, sacral,
Solar plexus, sacral.
solar plexus, and then sacral, and then root, which is everything below. Those are the 7 major chakras, and there are a bunch of other chakras around the whole body. So how do you guys feel?
Did anyone receive any messages, or did you get any sensations during the meditation? Did you feel any connection to the grid? Okay. Here come the lights. Dun, dun, dun.
Buzzy.
Buzzy? Buzzy's good.
Me, it said to connect to the crystal skull. That was, we said to connect to the crystal. I automatically looked it out first.
Ooh, nice.
But the message that I got was to enjoy.
Nice.
More playing. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm playing.
Very cool.
And you guys can send me the stones or crystals or jewelry.
Tell me what this is too.
I'm not really good with names.
I know there's quartz. I don't know what the green. I know there's quartz in it.
It looks like
I've seen it
apocalypse
before.
to me.
I think I've seen it before. We had trouble
I thought
because
was
it has some like gray spots and black spots in it too. Like if you look really closely.
Yeah.
So it might be this stone that we were trying to figure out the other day. Remember?
Oh, great.
What was
It
it
kind of
called?
looks like green apocalypse.
Can you tell me the energy for what I
Oh,
would use it
sure.
for? What I would use it for? Maybe that's what I want. I don't want to know names. What I would use it for.
You can use it for healing of something especially for like the legs and like hip, leg, foot, and like energetic wise and physically wise, if I can speak English. And are there any other crystals or jewelry, rings, necklaces, anything?
I took mine all off before I came. I took it all
Yep.
off.
It's okay. Oh, and you guys can take those crystal bracelets off and put it in here. And then I could get those and put them back on, or give them to you so you can put them on. After a grid, I don't speak English. Thank you.
We had a couple online comments here. Somebody said that they felt something in their solar plexus chakra. Can the message be from loved ones who have passed? Do you have any requests for the world grid?
Do I have any requests for the world?
Well, his
grid?
first one, could the feeling that he had in the solar plexus chakra be messages from loved ones who have passed?
Yes.
And then do you have any requests for the world grid? Maybe something I'm guessing that they could send?
I don't have any requests at the moment. Send what you feel like you want to send, or if you want to send anything. And yeah, just send what you feel, and it's good for me. I already have my Shundrate necklace in here, so I'm set too. And I'm gonna do like a show and tell of the crystals. Kind of, you see those two things on the bottom shelf of the glass thing? Those are loose. I got one from South American imports and one from a big friend. So I will, when I'm deactivating the grid and disconnecting you guys, and disconnecting and deactivating the grid is a good thing because when I disconnect you guys, you're not feeling the energy, you're feeling the good energy of it, but not like the bad parts of the energy. I mean like not negativity, but like too much energy. And like the too, okay, that's too much for me. I'm already feeling like ugh. So it'll disconnect you from the grid. So like say you're driving home and you get too far away from the grid, you're gonna start feeling kind of like homesick, like you're like away from the grid, and they'll start like making you physically sick, not feeling really, not able to sleep, stuff like that. So I will disconnect you guys and deactivate the grid, and those will come in handy, and I'll kind of let you guys see whatever kind of stone you guys want to see, except the skull. The skull is I don't really want people to touch it at this moment. I just got her, and like if you're adjusting to your new home, say you're kind of like, okay, wait, is this bathroom? Oh wait, no, that's not the bathroom. That's a hallway.
You had some comments online too. Somebody posted that Angelica pulled me in right from the get-go. A lot of warmth. Got through an image of me being like a shepherd or a leader role. Angelica Skull, that is talking about. Somebody else said that they started humming and was feeling good, especially when the ley lines were suggested. What happens if you create too much energy? Somebody asks.
Well, I have done that once on the first world grid. When I was building it, I didn't really, like I just jumped right in to building it, and I wasn't kind of like, kind of cloaking myself from the energy so it wouldn't be too much for me. And I wasn't kind of like thinking, okay, this isn't going to be too much energy. I mean, I'm making the grid, so I was, after I finished making the grid, I kind of left the room for a little bit and kind of sat down, drank some water, and I wasn't like feeling really good. Like my stomach hurt, and I just wasn't feeling too good. So there is a chance of too much energy, but I have made the grids differently, and I prepare myself for the energy that might come from the grid, and I kind of cloak other people when they're connecting to the grid. So, and like the too much energy would go down to the earth and kind of help the earth, and then the energy that isn't too much would go to people and all the viewers and all the people here and her. And so, my manager. Are there any questions online?
No, just somebody posted, yeah, that they've never felt such a strong connection before.
Well, tell the person that had the quartz crystal to have virtual quartz crystal. He's happy, so. Do you guys have any questions?
How'd you do, Caitlin? Did you feel anything? No? Did you feel the fur blanket though? That's my favorite part. Awesome.
This is a bit of purple. Before you started mentioning the third eye, I was getting the flashes of the purple and violet.
Ooh, nice.
And
funny.
just kind of,
Oh, wow.
Purple, violet, those kind of colors are the color of the third eye. So you kind of see it's like a purplish color.
Mhm.
It's not plain purple, that's why you saw some violet in. Crown is pure purple, which is why amethyst works really good with it. Okay, so I will give you guys these back, and I'm gonna switch them for you. So you will kind of like connect to each other and kind of experience what you guys were experiencing all together.
Cool.
And I might as well get your grins.
Now, those are just donations.
Yeah.
I'll get your crystals too.
Couple of them, okay.
Or wait, did you guys get the big?
Oh, I can do it.
Sorry, I got confused.
Okay.
Might as well give my mom's ring back too.
Might as well.
So now the energy of the grid is imprinted on this?
Yes, yes. It won't have like an entire grid on it. These are here. Right.
Somebody wants to know, how can I be safe when creating a grid at home?
Well, if you're making a grid at home, like as I said before, make sure you disconnect from it and okay. Well, make sure that you disconnect and deactivate the grid, like before you like leave your house or leave your home or go somewhere and leave the grid. Make sure you at least disconnect yourself. You don't necessarily have to deactivate the grid. I do that sometimes, unless like the crystal grid itself is like giving energy to like the earth, or if it's giving energy to a certain person or something like that. I would leave it on, but sometimes that doesn't happen, so I don't always do that.
Should they clear the stones before they make the grid?
Yes. I learned that the hard way, so don't do that.
So,
You should clear it.
so what are some of the ways that we don't have a crystal ball? What are some ways that we can clear our stones through our grid?
Well,
Here, I'll straighten up your necklace. I know you got them knotted.
and well, some ways there are like charging places. I put them in each grid in case like someone here brought like a lot of jewelry and a lot of crystals and like stuck this whole thing. I'm just kidding, but like if the whole entire bottom gets kind of like too much, I don't want the crystals to be vibrating around everywhere, because that kind of just makes it unsettling. That's why I put this right here, because these two are elemental clearing stations. So I put this here so the energy of the grid will go into this. And since the grid is completely fully charged, it'll like from right here, from right there, everywhere, it'll send direct energy to the viewers, to you guys, and it'll kind of create like a field around us.
So if, before they even start the grid, if they want to clear their stones and they don't have a crystal singing bowl like that, what are some other ways that they can clear?
There is sage. Sage is really good for clearing the stones. You need like a bowl with like maybe some other sage leaves. So something that you could like, once you're done with the sage, you kind of stuff it in to get the flame off. And you kind of light it on fire, and then you blow it and blow the fire off of the sage, and then with the sage it'll create like a smoke, that doesn't smell like smoke completely, and you pick up the stone. This is a stone apparently, and you kind of like go underneath it, on the sides of it, anywhere that the stone is, and
Yeah.
I just heard something weird, so I heard like a man saying back there, and it doesn't just happen to you guys, okay? So,
Echo.
Somebody wants to know what kind of salt is best for cleaning. Does it have to be raw, organic, or virgin?
salt?
Salt for the clearing when you do the,
Clearing of the stones.
yeah, that's what we use.
Epsom salt is the one that we use. I put it in like a circle, set my intention while doing so, give it a prayer, and kind of put the energy into the grid, the salt, and let it take the negative energy out from the crystal into the salt. Now you could do, this is a good way to do groups of crystals and not just like one. It's a good way to do groups of crystals. I do it to clear my world grid stones, and it's really good for that. So it takes 7 weeks, or wait, no, 1 week, 7 days. Sorry, 1 week, 7 days. No, 7 weeks might be too much. 1 week, 7 days for the crystal around the salt, and then all the crystals would be cleared. I did a special one for the Amethyst Skull. I just did it plain by itself. So
And then what do they do with the salt after the 7 days?
you would kind of get rid of it. Like, don't just put it around, like, throw it away, like, not inside, like, outside maybe, because all the negative energy from all the stones that you clear will be in that salt. So you shouldn't eat the salt, no, because it would be outside, and that goes down, and it'd be good.
So I have a question. So I can just get my crystals, put them on the kitchen table, I put my hands, and then just put the Epsom salt around the crystals and leave them there for 7 days? Or do I have to put them in a certain spot that I can just?
Well, what I
That's
would do
interesting.
is put it outside usually,
Okay.
because I don't want the negative energy where I am,
Okay.
like in the house, and the energy would go around. And I always kind of see like negative energy, like not as monsters or creatures usually, because that would be kind of hard to deal with. And I just kind of picture them as people, just like really weird, like, hey, you. Just people.
Okay.
So I just picture it like that, and when you're putting the salt around, don't do like a lot of salt, but don't do too little salt, and like don't leave gaps in the circle.
Okay.
And when you're doing it, you can use your hands or a scoop or whatever you want to use. And what I do, or what you should do when you have the circle, you set your intention while you're putting the salt down, and then you do like a quick prayer and kind of say, please clear the stone. I will use it for healing, and I will use it for good things, and it will help me, and I will help him or her. And yeah.
Okay.
Someone wants to know, well, one quick question is, how's your new book coming?
I have actually finished writing it. It is being formatted, and it's gonna be published soon.
Very good. And then someone wants to know, when they're not using their crystals at home to create a grid, is it best to keep them separated from each other?
You can, but like as I have like on my area over here, like they're not like far away from each other, but they're not like completely in a grid. I mean, some of them are, but I just like it like that. and like some of them are not integral. You can keep them separate from each other. You don't have to. You can keep them together. It's all okay, whatever you guys prefer and whatever you guys want.
Person that asked about the book's happy. So I think, and I'm not even clear about this, when the person asked what kind of salt is best for cleaning, he typed in, I think he meant sage. Like, is there raw sage, organic sage, and virgin sage?
I was just wondering, like, why, like, organic salt?
Well, there is organic salt, but
Never mind. But the best, she's a specialist on sage.
oh, I'm not the specialist. But
Well, she's more special at that than I am.
Is that the difference? There's raw sage, organic sage, and virgin sage?
yeah, any kind of dry sage works best. You can find it at Whole Foods, most metaphysical places sell it. So, you know, anything other than what's in the cooking aisle works best.
Okay, continue.
Are
Do you
there,
guys have any more questions? Any other messages or anything that came up when you guys were connecting to the grid?
that you would like to share? Well, that was the elemental, spiritual, awesome, super grid. Are there just preferences before I deactivate and disconnect you guys from the grid? Which crystals would you guys like to look at?
That big Smoky Quartz. Oh, no, that's pretty. And the Himalayan.
Now, when you pick this one up, don't leave her without her pillow. She loves her pillow. And you saw me pick up a crystal from the grid. Usually you have to, all the time, you have to ask the grid for permission before taking out the stone. I did that very quickly than usual because this grid is different than most grids. This is the first grid that I've actually done with school. So first timers are awesome. And yeah. So I asked the grid, you guys should ask your guys' grid if you want to take a crystal out. So like if you make a grid like right here, just pretend there's a grid right here, and you say, oh yeah man, this crystal is really cool, here, you want to take a look at it? Make sure you ask the grid for permission, because if you like just kind of take a stone out, the stone is going to feel lonely, and that kind of scared energy is kind of going to go throughout the grid and kind of make it weird and stuff. So, I mean, it'll still work technically, but it won't work completely. Like if you're missing, if you don't have your thumb, you could still have your hand, but will it be easier to pick things up with the thumb? For most people, yeah.
You got people that are feeling energy from the grid that aren't even here, so they can't, absolutely, they're saying for sure.
So you guys want to look at the Smoky Quartz mostly, huh? Any other stones?
That's the one I kind
Deactivate them.
I'm going to disconnect them.
Can I show the people at home just a little bit of close-ups real quick?
Yeah.
Here's the singing bowl. I'm going to kind of describe it as I go along what they're looking at.
Like to tell them what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the singing bowl. This is the Himalayan Quartz. This is the Himalayan Quartz crystals. These are the carnelian stones. This is the quartz virtual stone. These are selenite stones. Apophyllite stone. Rose quartz, angelite, kyanite, rose quartz on that side, the same place where this is. Rose quartz in the middle, behind there, and smoky quartz right there, garnet right here. Not smoky quartz, rose quartz, fluorite, clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, quartz, and Lemurian. And my little friend here, which I named ANGEL-EENA, the Amethyst Crystal Skull, which I remembered at the end of the video. I didn't remember the beginning.
Okay, so how do you disconnect first?
Well, turning off the lights once again.
Okay, I'll get them.
Here, you can turn that one off. I'll turn this one off. Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Look at this. That's okay.
Got it?
It's a little sticky. Whoops, I turned off the wrong light. Okay.
There's an online viewer that wants to make sure you disconnect him because he's feeling too much power. He was the one with the virtual quartz that you had in there.
Okay. So let's go ahead and disconnect now.
Okie dokie. So, Mom is going to go through, okay. Can I see?
Don't worry about the camera, Adam.
Mom is going to go through kind of like a meditation, but it's going to be kind of short. Okay? So, kind of, you guys can lay down, sit down, and I will disconnect you guys, and I will disconnect them.
What's the meditation about? You want to give me a clue?
For meditations, I get disconnected.
Okay, got it. All right, so just go ahead and close your eyes and start taking a deep breath. Bringing in that breath again through the top of the crown chakra. Bringing in that beautiful white light that is you. Allowing that white light to flow in, around, over, and through you. Connecting once again to your heart chakra. And remembering and holding within your heart the energy of the grid. Just the experience, holding with you the positive learnings, the understandings, the messages and signs that you felt. Releasing all other connections to the grid and preserving only the learnings, only the understandings, only the experience. Letting go and disconnecting from all energetic ties, energetic karmic cords, energetic connections. And take a deep breath in now. Bringing that energy down through the feet, into the earth. Allowing that to ground you back into your own energy. So you are solely within your own energy here and now, releasing all else. Feel that beautiful heart energy that is yours, and feel the light and happiness within yourself. Take another deep breath in. Coming back fully and completely into your body. Moving your hands and feet around. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Okay, so you've disconnected everybody now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you deactivate the grid?
I deactivate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take over the rest of, I have an emergency phone call. Okay.
So Dad, you've been bumped up to manager for a few minutes.
Well, I think that's it. Does anybody have any final questions before we get up and you guys can take a closer look at the stones or actually take a look at some of the crystals up close?
I have one question. When we have the grid, how do we deactivate from it? Like if I'm at home and do a grid, how do I deactivate from it?
Disconnect from it and then deactivate
disconnect
it?
from it,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, disconnecting is kind of just grounding yourself. So
Okay.
I would kind of that's why I put kyanite in this grid, especially because I knew someone would bring up that question. That's why I was asking you guys like a million times. And for other reasons. So, like if I get a kyanite, like say I have one right here. So if I have like a kyanite and I'm kind of like meditating with it, kind of saying, okay, thank you for your energy, thank you for all that you have given us or me or however many people are in the room. And you kind of just put your intention out there to kind of disconnect from the grid. And then deactivating it is basically the same thing, just like asking it to deactivate. Okay, don't try to knock it over.
Somebody online wants to know, do these crystals connect to a higher power?
Yes, the earth. I was connecting to the earth if some of you guys were meditating with your eyes open, which I do. I did in the grid at some point. And I got the energy from the grid and I put it into the earth. And when I did that, it's kind of like taking too much energy into the earth and like the not too much energy into the people. So, yeah.
Very good. Well, Adam, would you like to say any final words to the online listeners before, wait, we have more. So there's an off-topic question about an celestial smoky amethyst that she should have. Should she send a picture to your Facebook if she has a question about it?
Yes.
Or, I don't know if it's a she, it's Sanders, the name, I don't know, might be a guy, sorry. Yeah, go ahead and send a Facebook picture and he can take a look at that for you. All right, well, why don't you sign off, everybody online?
Well, peace out, people, and thank you for watching. It means a lot, and hope you liked and enjoyed the grid. Thank you for watching once again, and bye. That's all for today. Bye.
They're just putting some thank yous on there. And sorry, Sanders a guy, by the way. Sorry, I made that mistake.
He's new. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for all your thanks. So, bye and thanks.